Hello, pre-calculus student. This video is for chapter 5.4 and 6.1 online homework. Question 1. We have a right triangle because this is a right angle here with side length A, B, and C where A is 2, B is 12. We want to find the exact value of each of these trig functions without solving angle A. So if to find sine A, cosine A, and all these, if I know the length, I can just write it out. So you don't need to find the angles at all. So it's just finding the ratio. So let's look at get it done in the notes. So I have only two sides, so I can solve for the third side using Pythagoras theorem. So A is 2, B is 12. C is the hypotenuse, so C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared by Pythagoras theorem. So C would be square root of A squared plus B squared. In this case, is 2 squared plus 12 squared. 2 squared is 4, 12 squared is 144. So it's square root of 148. Square root of 148 can be simplified as what? I guess we can divide by 4. Yes, 37, 4 and 37. So it'll be square root 4, square root of 37. So it's 2 root 37, right? 2 root 37. There I have all three sides and we can find the ratio of them without knowing the angles. So sine A is saw, right? So katoa. So is relative to A, what is the opposite? I'm going to draw it here. 212 root 37 because I can't see it over there. 212 2 root 37. So, and then this is A. Sine A would be O over H. O over H. So it's 2 over 2 root 37. This 2 can cancel, is 1 over root 37. Cosine A is ka, adjacent over the hypotenuse. Adjacent is 12 over 2 root 37. Again, simplify, be 6 over root 37 because I times divide by 2, divide by 2. Tangent is toa. O, this is the opposite side, and this is the adjacent side. So O is 2 over 12. 12. So it's 1/6. Let's write them down. Let's input it first. Here. 1 over root 37. 6 over root 37. 1 over 6. So see if it's right. Okay, so let's continue with the other one. Well, the other one actually reciprocal of their corresponding reciprocal function. So secant is the reciprocal of cosine. So I would just do square root of 37 over 6. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So I would just do root 37 over 1. We don't have to type it. Cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent, so it would just be 6. Submit. So using SOHCAHTOA, you can write sine, cosine, and tangent, and you can write the reciprocal of the other one. Second question, I have an angle now, and I want to find the exact value. So do not use the calculator, but find the exact value of x using simplest radical form. So to find exact value, I have to use the template of a 30-60 triangle. So I'm going to write it the same, draw the same one that's similar to this one. So if this is 60, then this is 30. So this would be A, 2A with 3A, right? Is there anyone that I know? Oh, there's 9 is the same as root 3a. So I set up an equation 9 equal to root 3a. So a would equal to 9 divided by root 3, right? So so I know a, but so this is a 9 over root 3. What about 2a? 2a would be 2 times 9 over root 3. That is equal to 18 over root 3. So x is 18. I think you can simplify it, but my open math question, they do really need you to simplify. Oh, because it's simplest radical form, so let's simplify it. Root 3, I have to multiply root 3 and root 3 to rationalize it, so it becomes 3, 18 root 3. 3 and 18 divide 6, 6 root 3. Yeah, they wanted to simplify. Question 3 is a 45-degree right triangle. We want exact value. So let's do the use the template for 45 triangle. Oh, this doesn't look like a 45. Okay, just roughly. So if it is 45 right triangle, I know AA root 2A. So we have 18 equal to this. So 18 equal to root 2a. So what is a then? Divided by root 2 on both sides. 18 over root 2a is a. 18 over root 2 is a. Simplify times root 2 over root 2. This multiply as 2. So be root 2 times 18 over 2. 2 divided by 18 is 9. A equal to 9 root 2. X is a actually, so equal to 9 root 2. 9 square root 2. Yes. Okay, question 3 is not a special triangle. It's like 61 degree, and we have to solve everything. So first is angle B. Angle B is complement with 61 degree, but we can just do subtraction, right? So solve the angle first. Because angle A is known as 61, I know angle B would be 90 degrees subtract 61 because we have a 90, so these two have to add to 90 for a total of 180. 29 degrees, so B is 29 degree and C. So all the angles are done now. Now look at side. We want A. We know that this side is given. This angle is given and I want A. So from 61's point of view, this is O, opposite, and this is adjacent, right? So we have OA. So TOA. OA is TOA. So I would say tangent 61, then you go to AO over, that is A, over adjacent 13. So how do I solve for A minus, multiply 13 on both sides. 13 tangent 61 would equal to A. And that's what we will do. 13 times tangent of 61. What was it? 13. 13 times, I think I need to make it smaller. Clear. Oh, I need to make sure that this is in degree now because we are not doing function. 13 time tangent of what? 61. 23.45 nearest 10. 23.45 will be 23.5. So let's enter in. Hey, oh, 29, 23.5. Okay, so we need to solve for C now. C, let's go back to the notes. Use another color. So I circle this angle, I circle C, and the known side. So this is adjacent, this is hypotenuse. Adjacent hypotenuse, that's car. So I would use cosine 61 equal to adjacent, which is 13, and hypotenuse, which is C, that I don't know. So I'm going to multiply by C on both sides. C cosine 61 would equal to 13. And then I divide by cosine 61. C is 13 divide cosine 61. So put in the calculator. 13 divided by cosine 61. 26.8. Oh, that could be. Question 4 is a work problem. So work problem, we draw a picture. Okay. So this is about a ladder. So 19 feet ladder. Lean against a building. We know the length of it is 19. So that the angle between the ground and the ladder is 75. So this is 75. How high does the ladder reach? So this, what is this? X. Answer to one decimal place. So let's look at one side, one side. This is the hypotenuse. This is the opposite. And I have a degree 75. So 75, O and H is sine, right? So we say sine 75 is equal to O over H, which is 19. So to solve for X, X is equal to 19 times both sides. 19 sine 75. One decimal place. 19 times sine 75. 18.4. 18.4. Yes. 6. Find the top from the top of a 151 feet lighthouse. Look at the notes. So put some space here to draw a picture. Obviously, there's a lighthouse. Like that. The angle of depression to a ship. Look down, depression, right? So this would be horizontal, depressed by 20 degree. This is the boat, okay? The boat in the ocean is 20 degree. So this is the 20 degree. How far is the ship from the base of the lighthouse? So how far is it? Okay, so let's say this is, oh no, let's say this is X. And the building, the lighthouse building is 151. So we have a triangle. We have the 20 degree here, but this doesn't have a angle. So by alternate interior, so the 20 degrees here also. So anytime you have a Z kind of situation, these two are the same. So 20, 20, or this way, okay, this Z. 20 degree, 20 degree. Alternate interior. So we would have a right triangle here. Well, we just assume this is vertical. 151 x. Relative to 20 degree, this is opposite, this is adjacent, so TOA, right? We would use tangent 20 degree to relay these two sides, 151 over x. Times x on both sides, x tangent 20 equal to 151. Divide tangent 20 on both sides, x would equal to 151 over tangent 20 degree. And that's what we'll do. 151 divided by tangent 20. 414.9. Oh, 2 decimal places. 414.87. 7. A radio tower is located 428 feet from a building. So, so there is a building. So this is the radio tower. And here's the building. A window in the building. So let's say this is the top. Okay, determine that the person determines the angle of elevation to the top is 33 degrees. So look, angle of elevation, horizontal, right? This degree is 33. And the angle of depression to the bottom of the tower, okay, is from, so they are how far away? 425 feet. And this, okay, so this angle of depression to it is 33 degree, and the angle of depression to the bottom is 27 degree. How tall is the tower? So because these are all horizontal, they're 90 degrees. So I have A and B, where AB would be the height of the tower. This is X. And A and the angle of depression, 33 degree. No, angle of elevation, 33 degree will form a right triangles. And because the building is 425 away, so I can use A to see. So this is opposite and this is adjacent. I would use tangent to relay the angles on the two sides. A over 425. So A would be equal to 425 times tangent 33 degree. And likewise, I would have a triangle that goes like this. Angle of depression is to the horizontal is 27 degree. This is also 425, and I have B. So again, this is opposite and adjacent. So tangent 27 is equal to B over 425. Do the same thing. 425 times tangent 27 degree is equal to B. So what is the total building height? Height is actually A plus B. I will just add them together. So 425 tangent 33 plus 425 tangent 27. So put in the calculator. 425 times tangent 33 and 27. 33 close plus 425 times tangent 27. 492.55. Oh, 1 decimal place, 492.5. $492.5. Question 8 is a triangle that had the heights divided it into two parts, and we want to find the total length of the base. If we know that the altitude is 109. So we want to do x, so it's very similar to what we did just now with the last question. We would just, because these consists of two right triangle, we just say this is A and this is B. And then from 41, 109 is the opposite, B is the adjacent. So opposite and adjacent is TOA, right? So we use tangent 41 is equal to 109 over B. Now, but then B is something that I don't know. I multiply by B and multiply by B. Is B tangent 41 equal to 109? But B itself should be 109 divided by tangent 41. This is the one that divides. Okay. What about on this side, A? 58 TOA. O is 109. A is A, adjacent. So tangent 58 is equal to 109 over the unknown side A. Again, I multiply A on both sides with A 58 degree equal to 109. And then divided both sides by tangent 58. A would equal to 109 over tangent 58. So now I have both A and B. X is just a matter of adding them. So don't multiply and do rounding yet. Just do everything at the same time. 109 over tangent 58 plus 109 over tangent 41. Now you put in the calculator one shot. 958. Oh. Divided by tangent 58 plus 109 divided by tangent, forgot, 41. 193.5 equal to 193.5. That's about right. Put in the calculator or put in the 193.5. Okay. Question 9 is about graphing. So which one of the graph is negative 4 sine x? So the only transformation is 4 outside, which is a stretch. So we will stretch it up to 4 to negative 4. And a reflection. So for sine, you have the x-intercept and it go up, but with reflection, you would go down first. So this seems right, right? The graph doesn't have a b, so it should be 2 pi. So down to up like that. I think it's this one. This one is not right. It looks like cosine graph. This is just negative 1 and 1. This is negative 2 and 2. Also, it's not right. So it should be the first one. Number 10, based on this, what is the amplitude, midline, and period of the graph? The amplitude would be what? It's not 2 because this had like it's 2 and then 4, so the middle should be 3, right? The midline is equal to not 3. The midline should be at y equal to negative 1. And so from negative 1 is 3. What's the period? I look at from negative 1 to 3 is 1 cycle, or from 1 to 5 is 1 cycle, so the period is 4. So look at the top to the top or the bottom to the bottom. It didn't ask for the equation, so let's look at 2 cosine x. Oh, that is only a stretch. So it should stretch to 2 only. And its cosine, which is no reflection, it will be this one. Right. Sketch the graph by hand, use 2 sine 1/4 x. So let's go to the notes to do some work. Yeah, this one. Because we don't know any points that we need to graph. So I have outside 2. So that means the amplitude is equal to 2, and there's no plus d. So the midline is still y equal to 0. So I will graph my y equal to 0 in the middle, and then 2 and -2 top and bottom. So y equal to 2, y equal to 0, y equal to -2. And then 1/4 is b. b is equal to 1/4. So period is factored by this p by 2 pi divided by 1/4. That means 2 pi times 4/1 equal to 8 pi. So that means it finished in 8 pi, and in the middle will be 4 pi. And this is a sine, so that would be all 0, 0, 0, right? There's no reflection, so it would go up, down, up. So the highest point would be here, which is the quarter point, is 2 pi. So I expect to have 0, 0, and 2 pi, 2. Right? So I'll click this 2 point. It should be a sine curve. It should be a sine curve. And I want to have a 0, 0 and a 2 pi at 2. Right? So you pick the beginning point and the first maximum for sine. 13, sketch a cosine curve. Okay, so let's do some calculation. So this one is just 2 outside, add 2 outside, so that just affect our midline. This is D actually. Midline is not A because it's 2 plus, right? Midline is y equal to 2. Amplitude is still 1 because A is 1. B, C has nothing, right? B is still 1, C is 0. So we have no phase shift, and period is still 2 pi. So if I am to graph it, I would just have 2 being the midline, and then you would have a maximum y is 2. Up 1 would be y equal to 3. Down 1 would be y equal to 1. So that is my graph, y equal to 1 and 3. And it is a cosine graph, so it should be n at 2 pi. And then at pi is going to be hit the lowest, and then it go back in the quarter point and hit the highest, like that. Okay, so be like that. So the 2 point that I would work on would be 3, right? 3 at 0, 3. And then so this point is, so if it's 2 pi, then it's pi over 2 and 2. It's a cosine graph, this one. Oh, go the lowest first. Oh, okay, so can I go the highest first? What was it? 0, 3? 0, 3. And then pi over 2 is 2. Oh no, pi over 2 is not 2. Pi over 2 is 1, right? Because, oh no, pi over 2 is the intercept. Is pi over 2. Oh, they want the highest and lowest, so I should not use pi over 2. For cosine, I should find the highest and the lowest, which is pi 1, right? They want pi 1 for cosine. So this one is pi 1. They don't want the midpoint. See how the cosine work? Cosine is highest and lowest, pi 1. Yes. 13 have this function, 14 have this function. What is the equation of the midline? Is d, right? Y equal to -1. Let's look at it one more time. So I'll write down A, B, C. Oh, there's no phase shift. A, B, there's no C, D. So midline is Y equal to D. In this case is Y equal to -1. Amplitude would be 3. The absolute value of the A. Period is 2 pi over B. That means 2 pi over 2 on the third, 2 pi times 3 over 2. So it would be, oh, this 2 cancel, pi over 3. Period is pi over 3. So to draw the picture, we would assume it to be cosine, no phase shift. So that means still from 0 to pi over 3 is 1 cycle. 0 to pi over 3. My midline is -1. And then I have amplitude of 3. So it would be up to 2 and then down to -4. So because it's a cosine, there's no reflection, so it's go from this one, highest is 2, and the middle of pi over 2 is pi over 6, right? Pi over 6 is when it's go, okay, so it's go, hit the lowest, and then the quarter point, and then at pi over 3 is hit the highest. So for online graphing, I only need this one, which is 0, 2, and the lowest point, which is, this is at pi over 6, right? With half of pi over 3 is pi over 6, and it hit -4. It's a cosine, right? 0, what was it? 0 to 0 at 2, and then it would be pi over 6? How do I know? How do I do pi over 6? Pi over 6 is really small because 2 pi times 3 over 2. Oh no, I do a wrong calculation. It's not pi over 3, it's 3 pi. Gosh, I divided the 2, so I thought the 3 is still there, but actually it's no more. So it's actually 3 pi. This is 3 pi. So that's easier. So that means all the way 3 pi is 1. Half of it is 3 pi over 2, right? So then, and then the midline is y equal to -1. And then with the amplitude of 3, so -1, 3 is 2. Yeah, the midline is 2. No, the maximum is 2. And the minimum is -4. So at the middle, the graph would go down before cosine, right? And they would go to the lowest for 3 pi over 2 and go to the x-intercept and the quarter point and like this. So the highest point is 0, 2. The lowest point is at 3 pi over 2, -4. Okay, 0 to 2 and 3 pi over 2, -4. Yeah, that's good. That's all we have to do.